Hi, it's 4 in the morning here in Moldova, in the capital city of Chisinau, as I'm leaving my apartment. And anyway, I'm headed to the bus station. Today, headed to Odessa. It's about a 3-hour drive, but it's about a 5-hour bus ride. So I've got my taxi waiting downstairs, and we're gonna take that to the bus station, and we should arrive in Odessa just after 9 a.m. And then later tonight at 7 p.m. I have a bus back to Chisinau, and I'll arrive back here at about midnight. So all told, it'll be about 19 hours. Join me on the journey. Let's go to Odessa, Ukraine, from Moldova. All right, well, this is the bus. It's the same as the one from Bucharest to Chisinau. 19 seats, pretty new, pretty nice. The bus is gonna leave in about 15 minutes. It costs $20 to go there, 5 hours, and it's cost $16 to come back. So I got a little discount on the way back. Oh, actually it's euros, so it costs 36 euros total. All right, well, I made it. It's a beautiful day here in Odessa. And by the way, the fields when we were driving in, it reminds me so much of the plains in the United States, like Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, maybe Wisconsin. So that feels very familiar. I also noticed that in the alphabet here, they use the letter I. What else? This morning, woke up at 3:25. That's when the alarm went off. So feeling good. We'll probably get some coffee here. It's just after 9 a.m. on a December day here in Odessa. Also looks like Uber works here, which is good. An older gentleman in the cafe recognized that I'm an American, and he started talking to me and apologized that it's not the best time for me to visit. And I apologized to him, saying, I'm sorry all this is going on. It's kind of a double whammy, at least for the economy. You've got the war going on, and then of course there's really no tourism right now. It's a chilly day here in Odessa. Had a chance to get some coffee, got a little bit of food. The Black Sea is behind me. Of course, Odessa is on the Black Sea. And then way to the south, you'll have Turkey, you'll have the Bosphorus Strait, which then you can go to the Sea of Marmara, I think it is, and then the Mediterranean, and then out into the world, all the way from right here in Odessa. Catherine the Great used to stand on this pedestal, but she's Russian, so they replaced her with the flag. As I'm walking around here today, I don't want to say things are normal, but from an outsider perspective, everything looks fairly normal. People are just going about their lives. Young, old, moms, dads, kids. Of course, see some military personnel around. It's been a long time since I've felt like such a foreigner in a place. I don't think there's a lot of tourists here. I might be one of the few. Believe it or not, I was able to book a guided tour, and so I spent a couple hours in the afternoon with my guide as we walked and talked throughout the city center. And at the end, I gave him a generous tip, which he gladly accepted. He told me it would help his mom. Just walking around here, like I said, I see so many people, and you just gotta feel for them because it sucks. This is a great place, and the people here are great. You see students and young and old, and everyone's here. And there's some buildings around that have been bombed. For example, there was that church that we were by earlier. It's the biggest church in Ukraine, and it was actually hit by a missile in July. But can you come to Ukraine? And the answer is maybe. When I went through the passport control, I ended up speaking to them in Russian, and they of course asked me, where are you from? Where are you going? Like, why do you want to go there? And I'm like, I'm a tourist. And they're like, well, you know there's a war. I'm like, yeah, I just wanted to see Odessa, and I'm gonna leave this evening. And so they kind of looked at all my stuff and let me come through. So I guess I felt that was a good sign. And the other thing I wanted to talk about too, obviously there's no guarantee of my safety as I'm here. And as I've been walking around, I've seen some places that have gotten hit by airstrike, I guess, missiles. Like I said, I wanted to come here for one day. I wanted to visit Ukraine. I just wanted to see this country, despite the fact that there's this war going on. So I don't know, maybe it was a stupid decision, maybe it's risky, but here I am. Feel free to weigh in the comments if you so desire. After the tour, my guide Michael suggested a Hare Krishna cafe where we could eat for the price of an optional donation. Needless to say, we went there and it was awesome, and they even insisted on sending me home with an extra portion that I could share with someone else or just have for later. All right, well, we're back at the bus area here. It's just before 7 o'clock. My bus leaves at 7, and it should take like 5 hours to get back to Chisinau. All right, well, it's 1 a.m. We're back inside, climbing the stairs all the way to the 6th floor, I think. The border checkpoints are what took so long. So, the first checkpoint, the men got out, the Ukrainian military verified their identity, we got back on the bus. And then the next checkpoint, everyone who had luggage had to get out and spread their luggage out on the pavement, open it up. Then after that, we waited again to get our passport stamped. We just waited on the bus. And then we went to the Moldovan checkpoint and we waited for a while. And then eventually they took our passports and we waited for them to stamp our passports. So it took a long time. It took probably like 90 minutes, maybe a couple hours to just get through that checkpoint. And then after that, everything was good. Also, as I was walking around today, there were some places where filming was prohibited. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. What'd you think of Odessa? What'd you think of today's trip? I'm super tired. It's 1 a.m. and this morning I got up at 3:25. So, as always, thank you so much for watching from Chisinau, Moldova. See you next time, and slava, ukraini.